The world, as a diversified planet with a variety of cultures and customs, is home to interesting countries that provide distinct experiences and features that distinguish them from one another. These countries never cease to astonish us with their interesting characteristics, which range from natural wonders to cultural quirks. In this video, we selected 10 of the most fascinating facts about various countries from across the world in this list. Prepare to be amazed by these fascinating facts that highlight the diversity and beauty of our world. Before that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button below and the notification bell to get notified whenever we post a new video. So without further ado, let's begin. On top 10, New Zealand. It was the first self-governing nation to give women the right to vote in 1893. It was followed 2 years later by Australia. Lord Glasgow, the governor, signed a new election act into law on September 19, 1893. As a result of this historic legislation, New Zealand became the world's first self-governing country to provide women the right to vote in parliamentary elections. The accomplishment was the product of years of hard work by suffrage activists led by Kate Sheppard. They prepared a series of huge petitions in 1891, 1892, and 1893 urging Parliament to allow women to vote. In top 9, we have Costa Rica. Costa Rica is one of the few countries in the world without an army. Costa Rica was the first country in the world to abolish the army in 1949. The judgment provided institutional strength to Costa Rica's political civility regime. At the international level, the abolition of the army marked a new experience for diplomacy, demonstrating pacifist will and credibility to the rest of the world, and demonstrating that it is possible for a country to live without an army, without armed forces, and instead invest these resources in greater and better social development. It demonstrates that a state may freely disarm, obtaining a better distribution of wealth, emphasizing development of social factors like as health and education over weaponry, and contributing to a people with greater rights, stability, and progress. For the top 8, we have Antarctica. Antarctica is the only continent in the world without a time zone. An official time zone is not required because Antarctica has neither a permanent population nor a government. Instead, scientists and others at the scientific bases use the time zone of the country that operates the base. On top 7, here's Nepal. The flag of Nepal is the only national flag that isn't rectangular. Nepal's national flag is the world's only one that is not quadrilateral in shape. The flag is a simple combination of two single pennons, the vexillological word for a pennant. The national flower of the nation, the rhododendron, has a ruby red color. In conflict, red is also a symbol of triumph. The blue border symbolizes peace. Until 1962, the sun and crescent moon on the flag depicted human features. They were taken out in order to modernize the flag. The faces on the sun and moon on the royal standard lasted until the monarchy was abolished in 2008. On our top 6, Switzerland. It consumes the most chocolate per year. Switzerland is the country with the highest chocolate consumption per year. Although there are countries that consume more chocolate in total than Switzerland, Switzerland consumes the most chocolate per person. In Switzerland, the typical person consumes 8.8 kilograms of chocolate per year, or nearly 22 pounds. Switzerland has a strong international reputation for its outstanding chocolate production. For example, Toblerone, which is a Swiss firm, is one of the most known chocolate brands in the world. With a long history of prominent chocolate enterprises in Switzerland, it should come as no surprise that the country consumes a lot of chocolate. And we are down to the top 5, where we bring you the best of the best in various categories. Whether you're looking for the top movies of the year, the most popular songs in the charts, or the best restaurants in town, we've got you covered. Our team scours the internet, conducts thorough research, and consults with experts to bring you the most comprehensive and up-to-date rankings. So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover the creme de la creme in each category. Let's dive into the top 5 most interesting facts about countries around the world. Top 5. Maldives. The Maldives is the lowest country in the world, with an average ground level of 1.5 meters above sea level. The Maldives is an island country in the north-central Indian Ocean. It is made up of a series of roughly 1,200 tiny coral islands and sandbanks, 200 of which are inhabited, organized into clusters called atolls. The islands stretch from more than 510 kilometers north to south and 80 miles east to west. The northernmost atoll is around 370 miles south-southwest of the Indian mainland, while the center portion, containing Mali, is approximately 400 miles southwest of Sri Lanka. With no ground surface higher than 9.9 feet and 80% of the land area lying below 3.3 feet above average sea level, the Maldives is the flattest country on Earth. On top 4, we have the ever-famous Japan. Japan has the most 7-Eleven stores in the world, with over 20,000 locations. One of the aspects that have led to 7-Eleven's success in Japan is its ability to adapt to the changing demands of Japanese consumers. In 2019, for example, 7-Eleven announced plans to equip 6,000 of its Japanese stores with extensive frozen food areas, noting the growing demand for frozen food among Japanese consumers. Additionally, the convenience store business model in Japan has been effective due to the country's dense population and the great desire for convenience. Japanese customers place an emphasis on efficiency, speed, and convenience, and convenience stores provide a one-stop shop for all of their requirements, from food and beverages to home supplies and even banking services. For the top 3, here's Russia. Russia is known as the lungs of Europe. Russia is known as the lungs of Europe because of its massive forest reserves, which cover 70% of its country and span 12 time zones. These forests are the second largest in the world after the Amazon and are noted for their ability to absorb carbon dioxide, making them vital for decreasing greenhouse emissions and mitigating climate change. Russia's forests perform a crucial role in maintaining the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, earning them the term lungs of Europe. This name highlights the essential function that Russia's forests play in preserving the health and well-being of the world. Top 2, Iceland. Iceland is one of the countries in the world that doesn't have mosquitoes. Despite its people-friendly living conditions, mosquitoes haven't found their way here for a few reasons. There's no place to lay their eggs. With the addition of the mosquito's flying limitations, it would be extremely difficult for the mosquito to continue a life cycle here for even one generation. Scientists keep pointing to the soil as the reason, claiming that its chemical composition prevents mosquitoes from staying. Some think mosquitoes might get there, but they wouldn't be able to survive. They might develop with Iceland's environment throughout time, and this is still possible. However, it is unlikely to happen in this generation. And on the top of the list are top 1. Canada is the second largest country in the world, but only 0.5% of its land is used for agriculture. Due to various considerations, including the country's huge size and geographical limits, Canada has a limited amount of agricultural land. Just 0.5% of Canada's land is classified as Class 1 farmland, which indicates that it has no substantial restrictions on agricultural use according to the Canada Land Inventory. Furthermore, due to variables such as its harsh temperature, rocky terrain, and insufficient nutrient content, Canada's soil is usually unreliable for agriculture. As a result, the majority of Canada's land is inappropriate for agriculture, with only a small portion suitable for agricultural development. Additionally, the trend in recent years has been an increase in cropland and planted pasture, but a decrease in farmland due to a 92% decrease in summer fallow area. That is it for today's video. Thank you for staying until the end, and we hope that you learn a lot of things today. Which one do you already know and which one did shock you? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell beside it to be notified whenever we post more content like this in the future. Until our next video,